CTV Calgary, local breaking news.
Good afternoon. The Alberta government is updating our driver's licenses to include Canadian citizenship and healthcare numbers on them. Premier Danielle Smith announced the changes this morning. They will be part of a complete overhaul of driver's licenses next year. Smith says right now there are more than 530,000 Alberta healthcare cards than there are people in the province. And the new cards will weed out those who should not have them.
Is it people who have passed away and their numbers haven't been cancelled? Is it people who have moved to another jurisdiction and didn't register with their new jurisdiction? Is it people who have left the country but maintain their Alberta health cards so they can come back for treatment? We don't know. Could be any of those things.
The changes will also apply to government-issued ID cards for Albertans who don't drive. A young hockey player from Calgary has died in a motor vehicle collision on Vancouver Island. Orca Weisblatt was 25 years old. The Calgary hitman posted on social media that they are heartbroken for his family, friends, and everyone that knew and loved him. Weisblatt played for the Hitmen for 4 seasons between 2017 and 2021. Last year, he played with the Athens Rock Lobsters of the Federal Prospects Hockey League. The team posted that Weisblatt will be known for his energy, toughness, and infectious smile. Investigators are still trying to determine the cause of a fire that destroyed several townhomes. It happened Saturday night in the southeast community of Sept. 12 people were displaced, including Rylan Wheeler and his brother Aiden, who were renting one of the units.
My fire alarm went off, and I heard a bunch of my doorbell ringing and a bunch of knocking. As soon as I stepped outside my master bedroom, I immediately saw that the other end of my house was up in flames. I immediately ran out. God bless this kid, Cooper, one of the neighbor's kids. He was about 2 seconds from kicking down my door to make sure I can get out safely.
One person was treated for smoke inhalation at the scene and released. One dog died. One person has been arrested after a Calgary transit driver was attacked. It happened just after 6:30 Saturday night on 7th Avenue Southeast near Centre Street. Police say the driver was pepper sprayed and beaten, sustaining minor injuries. EMS treated and released the driver at the scene. Investigators believe this was a random assault. And police are looking for information as they investigate a shooting Sunday morning. It happened around 5:30 at the Cabo Lounge on 5th Avenue Southwest. One man was taken to hospital with gunshot wounds. Police believe it was targeted. Hundreds gathered at City Hall to pay tribute to political activist Charlie Kirk.
Today, loving our enemies seems to be an impossible task. The example of love that we are shown in this world is one that is predicated on an alignment of opinions and beliefs, a love which leaves no room for disagreement.
Around 800 attendees held candles and signs that read, "This is our turning point." And some thanked Kirk for helping them find Jesus. Calgary police officers were on hand to manage traffic and ensure safety. However, the event went off without incident. Similar vigils were also held in Edmonton and Red Deer. Medical care for animals took a leap forward with a new facility at the University of Calgary. The 70,000 square foot Veterinary Learning Commons officially opened at the Spy Hill campus in Northwest Calgary. The university already had the largest veterinary program in the province. That will now double in size from 50 to 100 students. The new space offers flexibility and centralizes classrooms and clinical spaces. The aim is to fill the ongoing shortage of vets for livestock and pets.
We are the guardians of animal health as vets, and that has a massive impact on the social structure, rural as well as urban, as well as on the economy. This is an agricultural powerhouse, Alberta is, and if you want to be an agricultural powerhouse, you need someone to look after the health of your animals, and that's what us vets do.
The new Veterinary Learning Commons received over $68 million in provincial funding. Researchers and doctors in Canada are calling for limits on sports betting ads, saying it's making an addictive activity too enticing to youth. Evan Kenny reports.
Potential for greatness.
Many sports fans have noticed these kind of ads popping up on their screen in between whistles.
Across it goes for McDavid. Another great cut. Look at that.
And even gambling logos and branding on the ice or boards during play. Dr. Shannon Charlebois says these ads are pushing more and more young people towards gambling addiction.
To see this completely wound up with gambling, where the two things could just not be separated within young minds anymore, is very concerning.
The Canadian Medical Association Journal is calling attention to the issue.
I mean, my 8-year-old wants me to place a bet on a game for him. And he asked me to do that a few weeks ago, and that was really concerning.
Single game betting and online gambling, or iGaming, became legal in Canada in 2021. This University of Alberta professor is a part of the Alberta Gaming Research Institute. She says young people with developing brains being exposed to gambling is a problem because they don't know when to stop.
Think of it, the I in iGaming. That's you, the individual, who are expected to regulate your consumption of gambling, and that's a really big problem, especially for young people.
She is teaching a class at the U of A in November, open to the public, discussing gambling literacy.
We need everybody to be as knowledgeable as they can be. We also need people to be able to know how do you find accurate information about the rates of gambling, about the kinds of gambling in different provinces.
Alberta has taken steps to stop problem gambling with a self-exclusion program where people can exclude themselves from all casinos, racing centres, and PlayAlberta.com, but Charlebois would like to see more done nationally. She wants to see Bill C-11 expedited.
The bill provides for federal oversight of the broadcasters, the advertisers, essentially the gambling industry in Canada. It is not a magic bullet. It's not specific to what needs to be done exactly, but it's at least a start.
Parliament is back in session today. Evan Kenny, CTV News, Edmonton.
Kids Sports celebrating its 30th anniversary at Winsport Saturday night. Kids Sport was established to help break down financial barriers some kids have from playing in organized sports. Saturday's event was not only a fundraiser, but a chance to hear from those who have benefited from the program. Kids Sport estimates over the past 30 years, it has helped 80,000 kids learn to play a sport. Thanks for joining us. Our evening news is preempted today for the NFL. For more on our top stories, head to our website, ctvnews.ca/Calgary.